Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to have with me here, a little far away, but still with me, Radhikaraje Gaekwad of Baroda. I had the joy of being given a home tour by Radhika when I shot for Royal Reservation Baroda so many years ago. Now, we're not going to tell you how many years ago it's here. You can always look it up, but I just tried to pretend it's the other day. It feels like the other day.
Hi, Amrita. Lovely to see you again. And I know it's great catching up. And
I see you, with all the work you're doing. I see you on social media with the beautiful heritage weaves, the sarees, the craftsmanship, the artisans. You wear their clothes with so much joy and so much pride and so much respect, and you share the story. So tell me about what it is about heritage weaves that's really so special for you, even today.
As we realize, artisans are working in their little homes, and they're very cut off from what the market trends are or what people want. So someone needs to be able to communicate that to them. And that is what, a lot of families like us used to do. And that's what I try to carry on in my own small way.
So I wanted to ask, I see so many different types of sarees on you. You don't just do one kind, like that was a chanderi. You do silks, you do brocades, you do sarees with embroidery. And what I love is each of the looks. I mean, it's really hard for me to show you from my phone, but each of the looks, you have a totally different way of wearing. We want to get inspired to make sarees more part of our everyday. I say wearing not a saree. I say wearing Zara.
Well, I wear a lot of Zara tops, I tell you, with my sarees. So I do a lot of that, yeah. The cardigans, the tops. So you have to make it fun. You have to, I think wearing a sari should not be a daunting task and it should not intimidate you. I think what works is being playful with it while putting a little bit of this and that together to make it interesting. And that's what I try to do. A bit of
you really make it fun. Tell us some of your favorites. Tell us, like, if you could give us 3 favorites.
I love of course, the old hand-me-downs of the border sarees. They are classic. They never get out. They always look good. They just fall beautifully. They drape beautifully. They stay well. They're usually on chiffons. They don't crush, and they're classic. And those are, really, really special sarees because they've been passed down generations from both sides of the family. I enjoy wearing weaves a lot. Also love the Ari embroidery, which is again from Kutch.
That's amazing, because I remember when I was looking at one of your Instagram posts, you talked about a particular motif that was worn, I think, during the festival season for one of the sarees. And so you're telling us that these motifs have been developed by the women in your families over time. Sometimes they worked with the artisans to actually create motifs and to create those weaves. They work creatively with artisans. That's really a very special bond.
Absolutely. If you see, Amrita, what we're seeing today in terms of collaboration with designers, there were no designers, so to speak. It was the patron who would then give their bit about what they would like to see, and working with the traditional weave, the traditional craft. In that design language, you would interpret what you want to see, and that's happened a lot. Like the post you're probably talking about is about the Chandrakala or the moon motif, the crescent. Yeah. Which is, it's sacred both in Hinduism and in Islam. But, when it's worn against a black backdrop, it's really just, a dark sky and the moon on it. And it's worn on auspicious occasions by Maharashtrian women.
You are now a local Baroda insider. You're like the ultimate inside guide, if ever we could call you that. What are 2 places that people absolutely must visit?
So, of course, the palace is the highlight. And the Maharaja Fateh Singh Museum, where we have the largest private collection of Raja Ravi Verma paintings. So these are 2, of course, must-do visits.
Tell me that one thing, that one spot, that one place, that one urn, that one courtyard that for you is really special, like that gives you a sense of magic or wonder.
When you see the facade of the palace, that's astounding. But for me, I love the porch, the main porch when you walk in, you know, with the green marble and the frescoes and the double ceiling and the chandeliers, which are always clinking to the sound.
Okay, now on to food in Baroda. What if, when you're out and about, what is that thing that you would recommend that we eat? That you say you've got to taste this.
There is Mahakalika usad. Now, save usad is a typical thing you get here, and it's like it's gravy, and it has these chickpeas, and they put a lot of chutney and save on it, and it's extremely yummy. It's spicy and yummy. And you have to go to in the city area in the old part of Baroda. And then there is the dabeli. Dabeli is like a vada pav, but they have it has pomegranate in it, so and peanuts. So it's very yum, and a lot of nice dry chutney, and it's really yum.
You know, in a strange funk of a lockdown. Now, you've been locked down in a palace. Has that ever happened to you in the course of this pandemic?
I've loved it. I have been in lockdown and I have absolutely loved it.
Really?
No staff. And, you know, that was like a paralyzing fear to begin with, you know, if you're no staff, because in a big place, you are kind of dependent on staff because it's a very large establishment. But it was lovely to have the entire place to ourselves, how simple life can be and how if you just decide to declutter. And I was just, I could enjoy the house so much more because there was no rushing or, you know, you could look at cobwebs or the pigeons and say, okay, let them do what they have to. And when the, you know, when we get to them, then we will deal with it, you know. So it's you see things for how they are and you allow them to be, and there's beauty in that. So I think I thoroughly enjoyed the lockdown. I got a lot of time with my children and my husband. And I think it was a great space to be for a while. Then, of course, the second and the third, and then it really hit home. A lot of people we knew were affected by it. You know, the world was getting more and more affected by it. In the beginning, we really didn't know how it was.
Such a joy to talk to you. Keep us, keep giving us the beautiful pictures and inspiration.
Likewise, Amrita, always a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, here. Bye-bye.